What's up, guys? It's been a minute. I know you guys have seen me posting a bunch of reels and short format content, but I haven't been putting out a whole lot of long form stuff. And mainly that's just because I've been getting organized. And here recently I've had the best excuse ever to get organized. I broke my foot, y'all. I had a big piece of steel crush my foot and I had to have surgery. Don't worry, I'll be okay. But you know, I've got some screws and plates in there now. And so this is nothing but great time to sit down and edit content. So that's exactly what I've done here. So I've gone back through, I know some of you have probably seen these videos, but many of you haven't. In fact, when I left my channel and went to SoCo, my channel just kind of died. And so I don't know how many of you have been, that are finding this video, have been there since the beginning. But what I've done is I'm going back through and I'm re-editing a lot of my old videos. And this is a 2020 recap of my deer season. And this is a really important season to me for a variety of reasons. For starters, this was when I started consistently killing deer. From this point moving forward, I kind of started to figure out the puzzle that was Florida, that was the different terrain that is in this area, and I started killing multiple deer every year. And this was the first year I killed 2 bucks on public land. I missed a third, unfortunately, or didn't recover a third, I should say. And so this season is the first season that deer killing and deer filming started to align with itself in Florida. And so I hope you guys enjoy the journey. This is a year-long recap of my 2020 deer season. I got more videos that I'm going to be editing as well, and I hope you guys enjoy those. Let me know if you like this format, what you'd like to see in the future, and be more than happy to bring it to you guys. So until next time, I hope you enjoy this video.
What's up, everybody? Yes, I know what you're thinking. Walter, that's an awful heavy set of sticks you got carrying there. I'm going to explain all that in a minute. It's almost time for a quota hunt, y'all. I've been looking forward to this hunt for a while. Got a pretty dang good idea where I'm going to spend the majority of my time. Probably not going to leave it. So I'm going ahead of saying a semi-permanent set of sticks. Alright guys, I had a little bit pretty good walk to get back here. There's still some really good sign back here. Just like last year. It's time to get out of here. Made enough of a mess. Wind's currently to my back. I've got this water hole in this oak grove right here behind me that's dropping acorns, blowing back that way. So I got this stand here because the wind's only going to shift and go that way. It's still going to carry it away from this area. This whole bottom is just ate up and rubs, fresh rubs everywhere. In fact, I just found another one right over there as I was looking over there. But you know, I got about 20 feet of sticks up. I'm using this as my flagging tape from my way in. I forgot to leave a little piece there because this place is easy to get turned around in the dark. So we'll jump on Omnax. We're going to make a tracker to get out of here. And yeah, be back in the morning, y'all. Morning, everybody. I'll be kind of quick and quiet with this. Down there in this bottom, had a lot of bucks on. Had a lot of good bucks on camera last year. I had a deer come right down this daggum trail, circle my stand about 20 minutes before shooting light, look up at me, didn't spook, walked downwind, was grunting the whole time. All I could barely see was the white on its body, that's it. The only reason I knew it was a buck was by the way it was grunting, so he meandered off back behind me, didn't spook, never once. Then I think I heard him throttle on a tree. So I'm gonna get off here, maybe do some light calling here in a minute, but they should be fired up in this bottom. Kind of pre-rut situation right here. Well guys, I think that's it for this hunt. This really weird warm front's blowing through and it's just weird. It's kind of cool, it's kind of muggy, it's breezy like there's a front coming through, but there ain't the front, it's this hurricane that's blowing through down in the Gulf. Aside from seeing that buck early this morning, I haven't seen hide nor hair of anything besides one squirrel. Birds have quit talking. I heard 2 gunshots this morning.
So pretty confident there ain't a whole lot moving right now. But I'm not done with this area. That buck came right over here, came right down to the base of the tree, circled around the base of the tree and kept going. He didn't spook. So I'm pretty confident he's still in this area. Don't know what he was, but I know he's in this area, and I know I had a lot of good bucks in this area last year this time. So probably gonna throw a couple more hunts at this bottom. At least one, maybe two, this spot before I make a shift, but I think that's it for today.
Guys. I just shot a buck. I don't know what to say. The unfortunate news is I didn't get it on camera. I guess I double tapped the button. This season just continues to be something else. I am not upset at all that I didn't get that on camera because I tried. I hit the button, guys. I just double tapped it. But this morning has been... oh my God. I almost didn't come this morning, guys. The weather has been abysmal. It has been positively some of the worst weather you could ask for. We're in this pre-rut situation. A lot of buck sign in this area. And if you had some cooler weather, I think you would have seen some good rutting activity. And what happened is, I hit the grunt tube. It's early in the morning. I didn't see any activity. Woods are dead quiet. And it just felt like, based on yesterday's experience, what I needed to do was take advantage of this prime time. The first 2 hours of daylight were going to be everything. And I thought, okay, if I can get him before he goes to bed, I know he's in this area, if I could call. And I called, and this joker came out right over here in front of me. I caught him, caught his movement over here. Good buck, man. I'm really happy with him. He's right over there, guys. But I called to him, and he made a big winding circle coming all the way around. And he's right back over here about 45 yards. I had to freehand the shot. I bumped the camera arm. You didn't get to see it, but I was trying to use the camera arm as a rest, and it moved. So I couldn't do that. So I had to freehand it, and I had one little window to slip it in, and I did. So I'm gonna sit here, enjoy this moment for a second, and I'm gonna climb down and take you guys over to him. All right, guys, let's go take a look at this deer. See what he is. Pretty sure he's a 7-point. Oh gosh, he's a good buck. Oh man, look at that, guys. Oh my God, he's an 8. He's an 8-point, y'all. Look at that rack. Oh my gosh. The shot was perfect, right on the shoulder. Oh. That's been a long time coming. Good morning.
Working on getting D-Bot going again.
Yeah. You want to work on cleaning out that kitchen sink for me?
You're kidding me.
I shot a really nice 8-point buck.
8 point?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yep.
Well, send me a pic.
I will do it. Okay, so I tried to convey this in the scouting portion of the video I did earlier, but I just want to point out, like, this is definitely his core area, because one of the reasons why I knew this spot was good is because there's, when I looked at this spot, there's a lot of core rubbing. That's a small one. Where's the other one? Here's a fresher one right here. Yeah, guys.
Still shavings down there. That's real fresh.
They're all through here. I mean, he could have died just about anywhere in here, and there would have been fresh rubs everywhere. Look at this, guys.
There he is. Here comes the cavalry.
All right, so I am fortunate to have a good buddy who happened to be in town this weekend. Robert, he's the guy behind the camera right now, so I can do this outro because I forgot my freaking tripod. I normally bring that, but he is the fella who showed me this area, and basically the way it pans out, and I'm sure Robert will chuckle if I say this wrong, but basically it's a big open swamp bottom that's got these little ridges that only a southerner would call a ridge, and along these finger ridges you end up funneling your deer traffic back and forth, and there's a thicket on both the north and the south side, actually all the way around, but there's a real big thicket where it transitions to pine over here. And these bucks, we put a camera out here last September. You've heard on the podcast, we talked about how I did a long soak on the camera and I got a season's worth of intel. Well, this is the exact spot. In fact, 40 yards behind me is where that camera was hanging. And we saw that those deer were more or less coming through here chasing does. And as of about the first week of November, they started really showing up during daylight. They started, fighting. In fact, on November 4th, I think it's the 8th, on November 4th, I had 2 bucks fighting here, probably about this caliber. Yeah, probably about this caliber. And so we just kind of hedged our bet, picked this week instead of the rut so that they're not dogged up with does. And I'd say, as you could see, but you can't see it because the video doesn't exist, but I grunted the buck in from probably close to 100 yards, just blind called. I knew he was in that area. He was before. He came from that direction yesterday. And since he came in and investigated yesterday morning, I just went ahead and said, let's try and replicate it because I'm sick. I do not feel good. I am sweating profusely right now and my stomach's upset. So I almost didn't make this hunt, and I'm glad I threw that blind call out there. So it just goes to show, put time in the woods even when you don't feel good, and it pays off. So we're gonna drag him out of here, maybe shoot a couple more little clips for next year's intro, and then we're gonna clean them up and get ready. And I've got to decide where I'm hunting tomorrow. All right, so I told you guys the video was over, but I just want to show you, this is some redneck ingenuity right here that I adore. I called Robert, or I texted Robert and I said, hey man, you have a deer cart? He said, no. So when he's hauling through the woods, I said, man, you got a deer cart? He goes, no, I don't have a deer cart, I got a stretcher. So check this out. It's an Army surplus stretcher with wheelchair wheels on there. That's wicked cool, man. That makes my day.
Animal, animal, gonna bite your flesh when I jump your bones. If I smell your scent, I could lose control. Don't let me hurt ya. Same color in your eyes, all your thoughts depraved, uncivilized. Have we both gone mad, trying to disguise our true nature? Our most primal ways, they won't be refused. I've tried to tame her. I go wild over you. I go wild over you. I go wild over you. And I've heard you talking to the
Well, that was cool. I just get the camera out to do a little intro. I bust my first deer. I'm out here scouting, guys, a new WMA. Good buddy of the podcast gave me some coordinates out here to look at. So we're gonna huff it back here in between hunts, do some scouting, hang a couple trail cameras, see what we can get into. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know if you guys could see that or not, but I just bumped a little buck right here on this corner. He took off. I don't think I got it on camera, but he got out of here quick. Just a cow horn spike, maybe a 4-good horn buck. But that's cool because I'm about a half mile back here and I haven't seen any deer activity whatsoever. No tracks or nothing. Looks like a lot of rain has been had up here, so maybe that's playing into it. But I'm about halfway to where I'm supposed to be, and buck to doe ratios, right? Oh, and keep going.
It's fresh, guys. Look at that. Just found the first buck sign in here. Gotta say that feels pretty good because I wasn't entirely certain there was a whole lot of buck activity back here thus far. This trail is not the direction I wanted to go. We're gonna follow it a touch further because we have the time, but I may have to double back and bust through some brush to get back there. But I'm marking this looks good. Well, this area is great. Oh, there's no, just some old one right there. But this area is great, but it is not open enough. It's in the wrong direction of the intel my buddy gave me, but I could very easily see myself coming back here and ground gaming it in this spot. So dropped a pin, marking a trail on the way out, and moving on to the next spot. It's definitely got turkey written all over it though. So that's a minor one, guys. But here's the trend that I'm seeing. On that main trail there wasn't any sign. But once we got into that swamp bottom, suddenly there was a bunch of buck sign. Now I know this is a small scrape, but it was hit recently. And what this tells me is they're working this edge. There's white oaks right here. They're still dropping a couple acorns. Not a whole lot of hot sign underneath. And all these pines behind me. And what those bucks must be doing is coming out around this edge and working this edge. So this edge actually takes me to where I want to go. It's going to be a little bit of a longer walk, but I think it'll be worth it. I've got a good feeling about it. So we're going to push back in here, see what we can do. What's up, guys? So we came all the way from around that bend over there. Finally get into the tree line where I'm making my way. Made my way through all the grass. Going back into this tree line right here, and look. Boom. Fresh scrape right there. It's kind of cool. They are just hugging this hard transition line that runs all through here. So I got about another 200 yards to push that way to get to where my buddy told me I needed to be. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna push back there and see what happens. Alright guys, we're back here. Now, what does this area look like to you? What does this say? Anything kind of like where I was just a couple weeks ago? This place looks awesome. So what you've got is all back through here, all this open pine. This is a ridge between two swamps that Bo tells me they traverse a fair amount. Look at all that stuff, man. I've been going through grass so tall. But they traverse a lot. And here's what we're gonna do. I cannot get a lot of great shots off in here from trees. So this is gonna be a ground game spot. I'll clear this little area out. I'm gonna clear it out a little more. I'm gonna show you guys what I've got to work with here. You get down like this, you can survey this whole area. You got some good cover in front of you. You can survey the whole area. And I've got all this thick stuff back behind me. Break up my outline. So I feel pretty good about this spot. I'm gonna clear out the ground here a little more. I'm gonna put a couple little flaggers right here just so I can find this spot easy on my way in here. Probably gonna come back here with turkey vest, plop my butt right here and survey this spot. This looks really good. So it's funny, out here dealing with all these briars and stuff, wading my way through an area I'm thoroughly convinced is snake infested without any snake boots. Reached out to Bo and I said, hey man, drew this hunt. Where do you think I should hunt? Give me some general areas. Old boy drops me some pins on the map. I thought to myself, huh, that's awful nice of him. Well, 3.75 miles later, my legs are bleeding. I think I've lost a quarter blood at a minimum. I'm exhausted. Bo, you did it right, man. If you're gonna give somebody your spots, give them the spots. They have to work so daggum hard, there's a good chance they won't even get to them. So here are the conditions. We got this storm front moving through tonight, and tomorrow it's going to drop down into the low 30s, highs in the 50s for about 3 or 4 days, and it just so happens to coincide with one of my rut hunts. So I'm pretty excited about this. About to load up the truck with a bunch of gear. We're going to get out there and get ready. I'm going to be slumming it in the back of the truck. We're going to do a video breaking down kind of how this goes afterwards, right? But we're going to load up the gear, get ready to go, and tonight I'm driving to deer camp. What's up, everybody? We got here. We're gonna be kind of quiet because most people are asleep. But welcome to Casa de Lee. I don't know how good you guys can see that. There we go. So, there's the bed. My gear all loaded up for tomorrow. Give you a different angle over here. Got it all set up. Pretty happy with this, so I am going to I'm gonna get food ready for in the morning, get the coffee pot kind of set up, and I'm going to bed. It's cold, y'all. It's gotten really cold. I'm really excited. See y'all in the morning. Well, first night was a little rough. Need to tweak my setup, but it's game day, baby. Let's roll. Lesson 234-A of sleeping in the back of your truck when it's freezing outside. You will fog up the windows, laugh about it that night, and then wake up to ice on all your windows. So now I sit here waiting for it to dethaw. Got plenty of time though. We gotta quit meeting like this. So this is the part of self-filming that I don't care for. Things go wrong. Things go wrong all the time in hunting, and when you're toting a camera, it just adds to the things that could go wrong. This hunt was kind of like a summary of things going wrong in a sense, and there's a couple different ways you can take a look at this, but I'm just going to tell you guys kind of what happened here. Evidently, on this camera, the battery can be jostled, and when it does, it corrupts an SD card. Unfortunately, the percussion of the rifle, as you just saw, that very last bit of the clip, that is everything I could recover from the SD card. I actually paid a company to go through and sort through the footage and try and recover it. And that was all they could recover because a couple things happened. One, the SD card corrupted multiple times, but also the jostling of the battery obviously kills the footage. So as you're watching that footage, right up to the moment it stops, that's when I pulled the trigger. That's not where the tragedy ends though. So in the photo that you see, the milkweed that I had been dropping out the stand that morning had been dropping right down to where that deer was standing. It was only a matter of moments before he could win me, and I was trying very hard to get on the tree and get anchored, but the lean of the tree made it very difficult, and I kept getting into, my bridge was in the way, and just it was very annoying. So I decided to freehand it at 55 yards, and the first shot was low and missed completely. Second shot, the deer buckles really hard and trots, not really trots, but kind of like slowly three-legged walks into the woods. I immediately felt like if the shot wasn't great and tried to get another one in him, but I only had 3 rounds. Such an idiot. I only took 3 rounds, and so as a result of that, I only had 1 round left, and I was almost 2 miles from the truck, and there was a lot of brush in between me and that deer, so I didn't feel like taking the shot and jeopardizing the last way I had to dispatch this animal. So I climbed down, ran to the swamp line, and tried to get on him. He already made it into the brush. At that point, I couldn't see him. I kind of thought maybe I had seen the deer bed down. So I got back, checked the blood,
had some bubbly blood, a lot of lung blood, it looked like, and then some shoulder. Clear as day, meat brisket type deal. And what I think happened was, as you can see in that footage, the deer was quartering hard to me, but kind of to the left a little bit. And I think I entered in front of the front right shoulder, and I busted through the brisket and down out the other arm. And called all my buddies. Everybody said unanimously, go find that deer. Because I had heard something thrash in the bushes in front of me, didn't bounce, didn't run off, wasn't prolonged, it was just one big thrash, like something fell over. So I went in there, and I bumped the deer. And so as a result, that was the second time I had bumped the deer, and I decided to back off, called a buddy of mine, and said, hey, what do you think? And he said, well, I'll bring a buddy and we'll come take a look at it. And everybody was convinced, based on the blood, that this deer was dead. And we ended up, the result was he got thicker and thicker into a swamp. We kept trying to cut the distance, and you could see his, you could kind of see the brush move as he would disappear in there, but wouldn't present any kind of shot. At that point, I had multiple rounds. If I had had a shot, I probably would have anchored him there, even if it was just his hips, so I could have got up and dispatched the deer. But I wasn't even presented with that. And there's a lot of other hunters in the area, and I'm not just going to send a 7mm round through the brush in hopes. So we tracked this deer on our hands and feet through some of the thickest South Georgia swamps you've ever seen. And unfortunately, I had to call a dog, and even the dog lost track of the deer. What ultimately happened is the dogs followed the blood trail all the way down to where it stopped, kept going beyond that, and then gridded an area very, very hard, very intently. And even the dog tracker said, dude, your deer should have been here. I don't know what happened. We did everything right as we went, right? Maybe in hindsight, hindsight's 2020. Maybe I shouldn't have gone in as soon as I did. But I called my buddies, and everybody had the same opinion. And all you can do is make the best decision that you can in the moment. And I hadn't encountered this before. So it was a situation where you have bubbly blood, you have an abundance of it. It's a large bullet moving exceptionally fast with a lot of energy. Did the best I could, guys. And at the end of the day, all I can do is rest knowing that I did absolutely everything I can. And two of my buddies are still going back there as I shoot this video. They've gone back multiple times, and they said they're going back as well, hoping to find that deer. But
duck season, I'm pretty certain. Used to keep up with that kind of thing, but they are hammering the ducks somewhere over there. I heard a couple rifle shots off to my side. Haven't seen anything yet, but I'm hoping between whoever's hunting on this private strip over here, pushing deer, all this activity that's happening down here, maybe it'll push deer up as well. The purpose of today really isn't necessarily to kill a deer so much as it is. I got 3 trail cameras I want to put up, and I want to scout this other half of the block, so I'm going to sit here probably another hour, hour and a half, and then I'm going to get up and I'm going to start walking around. Hang those trail cameras. See what kind of trouble I can get into. Well, guys, it has been a ghost town. I haven't seen a hide nor hair of a single deer. And I think I'm gonna get up and start moving. It's about 8 o'clock now. I think I'm gonna get up, go check out this other ridge. I don't think I got any other hunters in here. I'm gonna check the road to see if there's first tracks before I go over there, of course. But I think I got this block of timber to myself, so I'm gonna go deploy these trail cameras. I gotta be out of here by 11:30 at the latest. So leaves me about 3.5 hours. And walking's difficult for a hobbit, so really felt good about this morning. Still feel good about this block. If I walk out here and there's no other hunters, I'm gonna feel really good about it. So yeah, here we go. Keep you guys posted. Hey guys, been walking around all morning. Just busted a couple of does. We're sitting right here in this logging trail. Can't really see it too great. Come through here. There's deer sign coming cresting up over this hill, and then back down that trail. So we're gonna hang a trail camera right there, facing this way, and hopefully we got some good on it soon. Well, guys, I think that's it for this video.
Did a lot of walking today. Probably covered, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 miles worth of ground. Found a lot of sign, a lot of fresh signs since the last rain. Starting to see patterns. When I first got here, there was just a single day's worth of sign, which you can't really, do much with. But now that I've been out here, the second time in a row, a week later, what you're starting to see are clearly defined trails. I ended up hanging that one trail camera. Never found another good spot out of the way that I felt like I could put a trail camera and it not be seen, and it also get good activity. So it does seem like there's somebody using this spot like right here next to the road. So probably kind of explains why I continue to bump deer further in, because it looks like he's going in and out a fair amount, but he's not going very far, not very deep at least. So kind of gives me some wiggle room here. It's a pretty big piece of property. A lot of topography kind of breaks things up pretty nicely for us as well. So hope you enjoyed it, guys. We're going to keep doing these. Not all of them have deer kills. Not all of them have deer. Sometimes that's just life. These are vlogs. We're just taking you along for the ride as we go, and we hope you enjoy it.
I haven't been there a couple weeks now. I got some coffee brewing. Gonna pack up the bag and get up there. Rut should be picking up any day now. I don't know when this property starts to get hot, but we're kind of straddling the two different reports that I've been given. Either we're just on the back end of the peak, or the peak is just approaching for this property. So we're gonna get up there, put an SD card, swap an SD card in the trail camera that's there, and we're gonna do some rattling from the ground. Don't know what the pressure looks like. Haven't been there in weeks. Hopefully there's not too many of them. It is Saturday, so we're gonna see. But ground game is 28 degrees, 29 degrees, and still pretty excited about it.
What's up, guys? Well, I may have finally pushed my luck with this camera. Fog rolled in today. Man, it's just been nuts. It's been weird. I was down in this bottom, and I wanted to be here this morning, bright and early, but the wind, the thermals were dropping down in this bottom, and the wind wasn't coming out of the northeast like it was supposed to. So I had to wait. This is a bedding area right up here. So now I'm overlooking this bedding area, and the wind's coming across beautifully now, beautifully. But the problem is, it's so daggone breezy. And on top of that, it blew in this fog that just lingered. It was so thick I couldn't get the camera on. It was unreal. It was unreal. But the good news is, it's time to hunt. It's cold, it's like 27 degrees, and the wind is just buggying right now, so I may drop down in this bottom, circle around downwind of it, and drop down in this bottom and hope my scent hasn't blown that bottom out. I don't know. It probably has at this point. Running out of options for today, but let's stick it out here because it's the rut. Should be the rut, and deer could come from any direction right now. So, it's time for some coffee.
What's up, guys? It's time for deer camp. I know that today's audio probably won't be up to our par, but that's because I'm running off the GoPro while we wait to replace my camera. But we're going to take you along either way. I'm going to have you on my head when I'm walking, and on the gun whenever I set up to shoot, do a calling sequence. But today it is just got done raining all day yesterday, all through the night. Any tracks we cut should be fresh. Really excited about it. Cold, good northwest wind. Game time.
just snuck in behind me. She shouldn't be able to win me when it's going that way. Hopefully she's got some company behind her. If she gets close, I'm probably gonna shoot her. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna stay on my toes because I could get another deer coming in mine somewhere else. Yeah, should be good. No, I need that big buck to be following me. Here's my setup. I've got this knob right here that allows me to survey that trail over there. And I've got this trail right here. And that trail right there. They all converge where I'm sitting. Wind's gonna shift here in a little bit, and the area I was in just wasn't gonna be great. So back at the truck, gonna cook up some lunch. And I think I'm gonna bomb over to a different ravine. Ravine's a strong word, different draw. See what's over there this evening. Keep it posted. Okay guys, so here's some backstory. Shortly after this clip ended, after that hunt ended, I got COVID. Literally, I think the day after that, the part you just saw, woke up with a fever, went and got tested, came down with it really hard, lost a bunch of weight, fought a fever for a really long time. I think it was like 11 or 12 days. I can't really recall. But didn't get to hunt at all. Looked like my season was over, and for all intents and purposes, it probably should have been. As I'm recording this, we're halfway through January. My lungs still aren't quite right, and they're not going to be right for a while. But during this hunt, I was barely on the back end of COVID. In fact, this hunt happened on the 10th of January. My quarantine or my isolation period ended on the 4th, and I tried several times to get up and go. I just didn't have the energy. It's just, I'm exhausted. My lung capacity just isn't what it's supposed to be, so sleeping is difficult. All this stuff went into it. I didn't take the camera, didn't take any cameras. And the reason for that was I was ridiculously grateful, having gone through what I did, to have the opportunity to go hunting. And I just wanted to sit there and enjoy things. I tried to put myself obviously in the best spot, but I went into this hunt with the lowest of expectations. Simply put, I was just happy to be outside. And so I didn't want to take a camera. I just really wanted to focus on being present in that moment, enjoying the last few hours of the deer season. And then everything kind of got wonky. It kind of all came together in a way I really wasn't expecting. And to give you a little bit of context, I was hunting in a little bit of a saddle. Kind of a strong word. It's just a low area between two hills. It really wasn't much of a saddle that had a high stem count to the right where a lot of sign had come from. And I had been avoiding it because it was right off the road. And that turned out to be a huge mistake, because every day I came out of there was a lot of fresh sign, a lot of fresh activity. And because the hunter activity in this area was so low, I think this area was still a high priority for the deer. So kept it simple. I'm tired, I'm exhausted. If I'm gonna shoot something that's gonna be like 100 yards off the road, right? And that's what I did. This is what happened. Okay guys, so I didn't get this on camera. I didn't even take the camera today. I don't know if you can hear it, but my lungs still ain't right, my voice ain't right. But I got out here for 2 hunts. Today is the last day of deer season. It is the last evening. This is the last 30 minutes. And I got it done. Look at that. What a beautiful buck. Public land. Been checking out, hunting this area hard. Got it done. Sun dropping in the back. Look at that, y'all. And I was right. I don't know if y'all can see. There's my blaze orange. Right, there's my blaze orange. He didn't go 50 yards. Oh, what a year. Well guys, I know I don't have this on camera, and I know I pride myself of that, and you guys tune in for that, but, you know, having that footage of the shot and everything, but I can barely breathe as it is. I probably shouldn't even really be hunting right now, if we're being honest. And I was out there just really trying to enjoy nature and be a part of everything, and this guy walked out, and I am so pleased with him. He is not the biggest buck I have on camera. He's pretty close for that piece of public that I've got,
But he came out at 80 yards, cut the distance to 45, and I was really worried. He was facing right at me. He was really worried he was actually going to see me. And so I whistled at him several times to get him to stop. And he turned broadside and kept walking. And I actually had to yell, "Hey, deer." And the deer looked the direction of the echo on the other side of this little valley area I was in. And presented me a shot, and that was it. I mean, he stopped and ran 35 yards and fell over. And I don't know that you could ask for a better way to end the season. I know the lighting probably isn't ideal right now. We're out here shooting this late at night. I need to get this deer clean. I got a lot of work ahead of me. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoy everything that we put out. Check out the podcast. Hit like, hit subscribe. And until next time, get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Oh, my lungs haven't recovered. I just drug them out the bushes. 7-point buck on public land last evening, last half hour, last damn day of the season. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Yes!